Okay, cheer. So I'm going to go over your summer program, the first 4 weeks, and then I'll send a video later out in the next couple of weeks going over the second phase. So for the first phase, every day you're going to have a barbell complex. So the barbell complex is going to have an RDL, front squat, hang clean, and then front rack step back lunge. You're going to go 2 sets of 5 each. So you'll go 5 RDLs, 5 front squats, 5 hang cleans, and then 5 front rack step back lunges. I suggest just using the bar because this is all just technique work and to get us ready to lift. So you'll have a warm up, and then after the warm up, you'll go ahead and do this just so that we can get familiar with all the bar movements and we can just get better at it. The best way to do it is just to honestly do it more. So going over the lift. So you're going 3 days per week. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Now these days aren't set in stone. You can go Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. You can go Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. You can go Monday, Tuesday, Friday. I don't care how you go about it. Just don't do 3 days in a row. That we just don't allow ourselves enough recovery in between. And then over time, we'll just break down. And then that's not the whole point of this summer or this program. So for Monday, we're going to go a tempo zombie front squat followed by a hip 90-90. There's a link to a YouTube page that has examples of all these videos. I will send it to you. And then just make sure to check your email. And then to read the sheet. So Monday, you'll have May 3rd is 1 week. So follow everything in the gray. Those are the sets and reps for that week. You'll then go to May 10th, which is the next week, May 17th, so on and so forth. Just pay attention to the date for the day that it's on. You'll always do A1 first and A2 second. So A block will be first, A1 is first, and then followed by A2. So even though right here is going to be a set of 6, set of 6, set of 6, set of 6. So we'll have 5 sets of 6. If you see this, this will be 3 sets of 5 each. So for example, even though we have 5 sets, we're only going to do our hip 90-90 for 3 sets. And then the last 2 sets, we just worry about our squat. With our A and B block, for the most part, those are our big movements. We'll take probably 2 minutes per set of rest because those are our big focuses of the day. Following the A block is our B block. We have a tempo barbell bench and then TYI WA holds. So for our tempo bench, we're going to go 3 seconds on the way down, 2-second pause, and then come up as fast as we can. Same thing with our front squat tempo, 4 on the way down, 1 at the bottom, stand up. So with our pause or our ISOs, you're just not sitting there relaxing. Be tense. You're trying to be stiff and still. So don't allow that barbell to just push you down, or just don't sit there passively. Actually contract, sit there, try not to move. Move the bar without moving is the best way to go about it. Barbell RDL is also tempoed. So 4 seconds on the way down, 1 second pause, come up as fast as you can. Now, any kind of rowing motion or deadlift, so you'll almost have to read the tempo backwards. So 3 seconds on the way down, 2-second pause, concentric or the up part is fast. So with a barbell bent over row, we'll row fast, hold for 2, go down for 3. Anytime it's a deadlift or a row or a chin up or a pull up, you'll almost want to read it backwards. And then tempo split squat, tempo inverted rows, and then finally to finish it out, hanging knee raise. Wednesday and Friday, don't remember about the barbell complex. Wednesday and Friday are always going to be the same. They're not always going to be the same. For this phase, they're going to be the same workout. So it's a 1x20 program. All we're doing is 1 set of 20. We're just doing this to build a big base. So if we have a house, we want to be a mansion. So in order to be a mansion, we have to have a big base. If we don't have a big base, then we're just going to be this teeny tiny house, because with your sports and routine, it's balls to the wall for a couple minutes. And by the end of it, your back's hurting, hamstrings are burning, and your lungs are on fire. So what the goal I'm trying to do, or what I'm trying to do for you, is to be able to recover faster between those explosive bouts. So as I go over the running in a little bit, you'll notice how the running is kind of just set up throughout the weeks, and then we'll get more aggressive with our running and repeat sprints. So with our 1x20, we're doing one set of 20 of everything, unless otherwise it's noted. It's like single leg Bulgarian is going to be 1x12 each, and then it progresses. So all you're trying to do with the goblet squat, for example, is you're going to squat 20 times in a row. It doesn't matter what the weight is, it's how you progress afterwards. So say I goblet squat with 30 pounds, 20 reps in a row, technique is perfect. And that's a big key. If technique starts to break down and you only get to 15, cut it so that you know for next week when you record it, hey, okay, now I know how I did 30 for 15 reps. Okay, I'm going to try to get 20. If you get 30 for 20 perfect reps, okay, hey, now we're going to try to go 35. So that's how you progress with this 1x20. And then with each exercise, you'll do a set and then take a minute rest in between each exercise. And there's 15 of them. So for the most part, Wednesdays and Fridays will be a lot faster than the Mondays. And then final note before I go over the running. For bench, you'll see that we have percentages for our bench. So to automatically have this fill in for the weight, plug in your supposedly 1 rep max. So all the guys like to think they bench a lot. So let's put 315, even though that's probably not true. You'll plug it in and then it will automatically update. So if 315 is not your max and you're like, I'm only 100, then it will pull up. So if you want to calculate the maxes, that's all you have to do is just plug in that number. Remember, if you always screw up, for example, say like you kind of screw up the formula here, you accidentally click backspace, it will kind of screw everything up. As always, your trusty friend, Control Z. So that's how you kind of set up the percentages for your weights. All right, now to go to running. So I have 8 weeks of running. I'll just go over that real quick. And then, like I said, the next 4 weeks, I will send out another video explaining it as well. So Monday, we're doing our tempo runs. Tempo runs are not a sprint. Think about a 70% effort. So if we go back to that base, same thing with our conditioning. If I have a big base or a big engine, I'm able to recover faster and better in between explosive bouts. The goal isn't to be explosive and fast yet. The goal is to set you up to be able to recover better from those fast explosive bouts. So Monday, Thursday, pay attention to the total yards. It's going to be 1 set of 7 for 100 yards. You'll run 100 yards. The goal time is 18 seconds, and then you're resting 1 minute in between each rep. So 7 of them. If you're getting there in 14, you'll start to notice, man, I'm getting really tired. You should be getting pretty tired, but not to the point of like gassed. So if you're getting there in 14, 13 seconds, slow down, try to hit that 18 seconds. And then each week it just progresses. So now we're up to 1,800 yards. Now it's 1 set of 8, 1 set of 10 at 100. Still at 18 seconds apiece, 60 seconds rest. Week 3 and 4, that's when we see a spike in our volume. So now we're going to go 2 sets of 5 at 100 yards. Now the goal time's decreased and so is our rest time. So now we're going 17 seconds and only 51 seconds of rest. In between sets, you're going to take 1 minute 35 each set. Week 4, we're up in the volume once again. Same thing applies. 17 seconds is the goal and then 51 seconds rest. Then you're only going 1 minute 30 in between each set. As we get to week 5, this is where we start to do our sprints. The whole point of our sprints or speed days is to not be tired. You honestly should be feeling good. If anything, you should be feeling better than when you started after sprints. So we're only going 1 set of 5 at 10 yards. Take a full minute of recovery per rep. And then we're still having our tempos on Tuesdays and Friday. So now we're going 3 times a week. Pay attention now that we have 150 yards. So then we're trying to do it in 30 seconds and we're taking 85 seconds of rest per rep. Next week we increase. So now we're going 1 set of 6 tempos, 1 set of 8 at 150 yards, and then 2 sets of 5 at 150 yards. And then you're getting a minute 45 of rest per set, 70 seconds per rep, and then 28 seconds is the goal time to run it in. Week 7, we got a set of 5 of 10-yard sprints, and then one set of 2 of 15-yarders. Take 90 seconds with those 15 yards, recover completely. And then your tempos, you're up to 175 yards. You're doing a set of 8. The goal time is now 30 to 32 seconds, rest 75 seconds a rep. And then you're going 2 sets of 4 with those tempos at 175 yards. Still the same goal and rest times, except you're going a minute 45 rest per set. And then finally, week 8, this is probably the biggest week in terms of volume. You're going 1 set of 3 at 10 yards, 1 set of 2 at 15, 1 set of 2 at 20. You'll still do the same rest times with the 10 and 15, except with the 20 yarders now, you're going to go 2 minutes. And then we got some big tempo runs to finish it out. We're going 2 sets of 3 at 200 yards. Your goal is 36 to 38 seconds, 75 seconds of rest per rep, and then rest about 2 minutes a set. And then same thing over here, except you'll go 2x5 at 200 yards. And then one final note with lifting, everyone's going to start out the same. So we all need a base. We all need an introduction phase. This is it. From there, like I said, in a couple weeks, I'll send you some videos. The bases will have different lifts compared to the flyers. Our main movements will always be the same because these are what I see as important for you as an athlete and for your sport. And then the accessory work is where we start to differentiate between the two. Hopefully this all helps and makes sense. If not, don't be afraid to reach out.